Hey everyone, I'm Jenny Clary and I'm your transformational nutrition coach and Happy New Year! And yes, it is Happy New Year's. I know you guys are thinking, no, it's April, but here in Thailand, it is Thai New Year's. They base it off of the solar calendar, which is the passing of the Pisces into the Aries. And so it's called Songkran Festival, and it's a beautiful tradition. It started off, more religion based off of Buddhists, and they would go into the temples, use water. Water is the main element. They would use water to cleanse the Buddha statues. They would use the water to wash the hands of elders and monks, and then everyone else would just splash water on themselves, and the water would represent cleansing of their sins and to start afresh and anew. And it's a really beautiful practice. And then they, of course, took it to the other extreme, and they just made it into this huge water fight. Now in Chiang Mai, where I live, it's one of the provinces that has the biggest, and they go to the max with it. And so typically it's 3 days. April 13th to the 15th is when Thai New Year's is. And here in Chiang Mai, they celebrate it for about 5 days. They just can't get enough of it. And so it's really beautiful and so interesting to see everyone's different personalities and how it is. I love this festival. It's probably my most favorite festival ever. The whole city here is just involved in it and loves it, and everyone is just so happy and cheerful. And there's so much good energy here. And I love it to see like the different ways of how people do it. There's people who just have like little buckets, and they just like do little splashes on you when you go by, and it's so like kind and so sweet of them. And then there's some of them who will splash you with the whole bucket. There's others who have their super soakers and are spraying you. Others will have hoses. Even in the main city, there's like fire hoses that they're like spraying everyone with. It's insane. And the whole family is part of it. There's kids out there having a blast, parents, and it's just a really family friendly event. I love when festivals have everyone involved and having a good time and being present in the moment and enjoying it. So it's such a beautiful thing. There's music going on, there's food everywhere, and you're just walking around. There's people in trucks who on the back of their trucks are attacking you and throwing you with water. There's people in scooters that are going around and spraying you as well. There's no way for you not to get attacked by water or to get ambushed and to not know what the heck is going on. And it's so fun. Like, you just feel like a little kid again. And it's amazing because at the same time, there's a lot of them are sending blessings to you. Sometimes they'll put like fragrances in there. And I've had one guy, like, he just like touched my cheek with it, and then I like smelled it, and it smelled like lavender, and it was so amazing. And sometimes some people will mix some powder into it to give you additional blessings and stuff like that. So it's a really beautiful celebration, and I highly recommend everyone to come out here to enjoy it. But I did want to give some tips on how to survive Songkran at the same time too, and to let you know about what's going on, is because it is for so many days. Sometimes you might be like, okay, I'm just going to enjoy it for a couple of days, and then the other days I want to be dry and not wet and deal with all that madness. And I'm going to tell you that's not going to happen. You are going to get wet. As soon as you leave your place, there's no way for you not to get wet. So for you to change your mindset and to not resist, to not try to control the situation, to be like, I want to be dry, I don't want to be wet, I don't want to be a part of this festivities, and it's just not going to happen. And instead, you're just going to, when you do get wet, because you will, there's like no way you won't get wet. You're just going to be sending these negative energies, because you're just going to be like, oh, I got wet. That's what I didn't want. Why, universe? And it's just horrible. And you just feel your body sending with all of these stress energies. And it's just unnecessary. You don't need that to do that to your body, mind, or spirit, right? So, and I'm a victim of this too, even though no matter how much I love Songkran Festival, I mean, I still got to work and I got things to do, and I don't want to be dripping wet while doing it, right? So, there was definitely moments where I didn't even want to get wet, and of course, I got wet, and I noticed that I was sending those kinds of vibes and energy to me. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Just whatever. I don't need to control the situation. I don't need to be dry, whatever. And once I let go and just let it be, it was amazing. I was enjoying getting wet, even though originally I didn't want to get wet, and just to have fun and be present and go with the flow of things instead of resisting. The second thing that I'm going to recommend is if you're on a scooter or a bike, to be very, very careful. There's a lot of people who get in accidents and even die because they think they're totally fine, and then you get ambushed by someone with water. It's gonna happen. So please be careful. Drive really, really slow. And just enjoy it and be present and just know you're going to get wet. Even when you think there's no one there. They're ninja. They will attack you. They've gotten really good at this aim, and it's really funny. Like, I would just be biking and bam, it just got splashed with water. So be very, very slow and yeah, don't be in a hurry to wherever you're going. It's not worth it. The third thing that I thought was very interesting, it's this big, huge water fight. So I'm like, yeah, you're going to wear your bathing suit, right? And no, here they're very like conservative. They're actually, they're just wearing their clothes, their everyday clothes, and they're going out there and getting into their water fights. And I think, which is so interesting, or even, if you are going to wear your clothes because well, what I did was I wore my bathing suit, but I wore clothes over it so that it can at least be like a lot more comfortable instead of wearing like wet underwear. But it was very interesting to see like most of them don't even wear bathing suits underneath their clothes at all. So just to give you that big heads up. I mean, I did see some guys there who, did take off their shirts and stuff like that, but it's not common culture here. So for me to, kind of respect that, I still wore my bathing suit, but I wore clothes over it. So there are some tips to get you excited. You can check up on YouTube and see all the madness that's going on in there. But remember, enjoy, don't resist it, and have a blast. It is for 5 days, and you will get wet, and it's an amazing time, and start anew. There you have it. Happy New Year's, everyone. Take care, and talk to you soon. Bye.